Nice. Let's go. Oh, you ruined it, Rogan. No, that's not going to work. Yeah. Just all clap. So a little mini round of applause for celebrate the exhibition one last time. Speaking of which, how did it go?
We're good.
Yeah, it was good. It was stressful leading up to it. Like we were just like dying on this painting on that collaborative piece.
How long did it take? Because you started that when the exhibition was already up, right? You were working on it, or did you do it before?
We started that before.
Yeah. So it took way over a month.
Yeah, it took longer than it should. Yeah, we were ambitious.
Yeah.
You pulled it off though. It went well.
Yeah, it was weird because it's like I hadn't painted like with brush and acrylic paint for like years, maybe like 10 years, I think. Not since like school. So getting back into it at the start was like a bit tedious.
You did stare at it for me.
It's like, oh no, I don't
About
want
to
to
go into battle.
It's like making that first mark. Shit, committed to this now. But yeah, after a while, I got to the swing of it though.
Did you do it like in order? Like did Brogan do the first bit and then John did a bit, or did you just leave it in a room and attack it when you were bored?
We left it in Miranda's studio for a while, and then we just like had at it when we could. To be honest, Miranda did loads of it.
Oh, okay, so really it's Miranda's piece. Okay.
Honourable shout out for Miranda.
Yeah, perfect.
I think I just got a bit addicted to it, to be honest. I just kept trying to add things. I was like, I've got a vision of it just being full of stuff, so I just kept trying to add stuff. But didn't really need to.
Did it come out as you intended?
Yeah, it did.
Sick.
Better than we could have hoped.
Amazing. Where did the name come from? Because you called it, what was it, 99 ounce sirloin?
It's really stupid. It's supposed to be NN beef, 99 NN, and then sirloin steak beef. It's just as stupid as the whole concept of the whole painting.
Awesome.
Yeah, the concept of the painting was to have just beef with NN, because you know when you get everyone in Northampton when they're like creative or whatever uses NN.
Oh yeah.
Some people get annoyed when other people use the NN, so they're like,
do they? I'm probably in trouble.
That's my design. Right.
Oh, right.
So we wanted to just express the fact that actually it doesn't really fucking matter. And that was the painting. It's just like NN's always been there. So within the painting, there was another painting, and in the painting it was like it went back in time, and then in that painting there was a painting, and that one went back in time, and there's just NN.
I feel like I need to look at that painting again, because you're pulling out details and stuff. I just remember it. Just loads of little characters everywhere.
There's deep stuff in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of
layers.
God.
Yeah, and it's all got a reason and a concept.
God. I feel like she brought it in. We got like a pointing stick. Could have analysed it.
Well, we're going to have another exhibition. We'll put it up on that one.
Oh.
At the beginning of November.
Oh, okay. At the Garibaldi again, or somewhere else?
At the Sanctuary.
Oh, okay. You mentioned this one to me. Did you? Yeah.
But that would be 4 weeks from now.
Fair enough.
It is right now.
Wow.
That's right.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Yeah. Maybe get to
Figure out on the day.
perfect. Excellent timing.
Everyone just be ready to go at any minute from now until December.
Yeah. Cancel your plans. Get ready. Jump on it when you need to. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I feel really, I don't know why, I'm in this weird state today where I thought I like half fell asleep and now I'm like coming back up because I had a coffee. But I bought a bunch of pot noodles today and had one. It was really, really bad. And ever since then I've been like, it was like some off. I went to Tesco. No, it was like not off brand. I was going to say, not just off. If it was off, it would have been even worse.
How did pot noodles even go up?
Yeah.
Always impressive you keep them that long. Yeah, but I bought like 6 and put them like in the cupboard because I was like, meal deals are too expensive, so yeah. But I was like, I'll buy one of all the different ones and then I'll figure out which ones are good. And then I had this one today and it was just awful.
What was it?
Oh yeah. Right. I forgot I was answering your question. Yeah, it was like Poison Duck. I can't remember the company.
Oh.
I feel like I shouldn't say it because they'll like come after me for it.
Is it the one in the mainly black packaging?
Yeah, and it doesn't have like a plastic. It's got like just a peel off lid. Yeah.
We're not allowed to mention the brands.
I don't even know the nan's name. That's the problem.
Noodle people.
Yeah. The annoying thing is when me and Felix went on that boat thing, we bought pot noodles in this weird wherever we were, out in the middle of nowhere, and the brands there, it was like reverse order on the prices. So like super noodles were the most expensive one, and then the like expensive ones. Yeah. So we managed to get the premium ones cheap, and then I came here and it's all the other way around. So now I'm like. Yeah, I'm like, oh damn, I need to move.
Super noodles are the OG.
Got broken looking.
I don't like super noodles.
Yeah.
I prefer a bad noodle.
Oh,
I had a bad boy yesterday.
Ooh.
No, the day before. Pot noodle, bad boy.
Bad boy, is that like a flavour?
Yeah, it was flavour bad boy. The reason why I got it is
Isn't it?
the reason why I got it is because it was called bad boy and it
Bad
actually
Boy
was
sauce.
bad
I
boy.
really want to know that.
is it Bad Boy Barbecue?
I thought it was Bombay Bad Boy, wasn't it?
Bombay
Yeah,
Bad
there you
Boy.
go.
Pen.
Yeah.
I think that's the only one I've never had.
Isn't it? It's a black packaging, isn't it? Isn't it spicy as fuck? Oh, nice.
Nothing.
God. This is like the most artist conversation to talk about pot noodles. What a diet.
I love pot noodles.
Usually survival food.
Yeah, very true. It's because I've started just living out of this room. Or not living out of, I can't say that based on the contract I signed, but it feels like just go back home to sleep and end up back here. But yeah.
Should make your own sandwiches. Game changer.
Man, we do have a fridge now, so we can have stuff that like, because before we had to be like proper like we had to get like those little milk pots or whatever. Because if we had like I was like, if we get a normal bottle of milk, it's gonna go off after like 2 years. Yeah. No, I think we ordered some, but we found out there's like similar to pot noodles.
Yeah.
There's a chain of like good quality ones and really shit ones. We have ones at the moment that like it'll be like a tray of 16. You try and snap off the end two, and you end up opening the one in the middle by accident. And they don't open properly.
And that's why the good ones are more expensive.
Yeah, I know.
Pay for quality.
Quality of packaging.
I mean, you could have just got loads of tiny Tupperwares and then like some UHT milk.
True.
How tiny do Tupperwares go? That's a good question.
Probably
Yeah,
don't.
True.
about that size.
Mm.
You think that size?
Yeah, it's like a 50p coin.
You
Maybe
think
bigger.
Tupperwares?
50p coin.
Sure
That's
they do.
extreme. Maybe like a pill bottle.
What do you even? Because aren't Tupperware what you give to your like kid when they go to school? Put their sandwiches in. Yeah. So what are you putting in that one? Like a grape?
Yeah.
Might be 2 tablespoons of sugar.
Well, true.
Or a backing.
A backing.
Tiny amount of lemon juice.
Have a joy on the lunch.
Oh, yeah.
On the sandwich subject though, this is serious.
Okay.
Jalapeno chili jam. Game changer.
Pinot chili jam.
Amazing.
Is that different from normal chili jam, or is that
I've never had chili jam before.
chili
But
jam
this
is?
my introduction to chili jam.
It is good.
Jalapeno chili jam. Amazing.
Have you ever had jam?
Had jam.
I heard that's pretty good.
Oh, jam and peanut butter and jam as well.
Ooh.
Game
It's horrible.
changer.
Have you had that peanut butter Marmite?
What?
Yeah.
Hey, Marmite. Can't stand
Why
it.
do they keep combining things? Find it yourself. Fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. It's about as
What?
odd as you say. Yeah, it's like Marmite
butter
brand
Marmite.
peanut butter, but it's got Marmite in it.
Yeah, that's.
Sounds
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, my mum said it tasted what she imagined like a dirty carpet to taste like.
Oh.
Well,
And texture as well.
yeah,
Crunchy.
you get the true. What's in your
Moo Burgers? Is it Moo Burgers? That used to be on Gold Street. No, not on Gold Street. St Giles Street.
I'm trying to think.
That-
Oh,
They had a Marmite burger in there, and it was the worst decision I ever made.
Marmite, but
Yeah, it's terrible.
Do you like Marmite?
I love Marmite,
Mm.
but
But not
that
in a
burger,
burger.
I tell you what was
just the
good.
ratio is off.
Ah.
Way too much Marmite.
Did they do it like?
You're the issue.
Did they just put it on top? Was it just like?
It was like they had Marmite in a ketchup bottle or something and just spread it all
Oh
over.
no.
This
I was,
thinking
to be honest, I
out.
don't know whether it would been worse. You know, in some burger places where they like inject the meat with like marinade.
Oh.
If they'd done that with Marmite, then I'd be.
I don't know so much about
Marmite,
it.
you've got,
Yeah.
Marmite's one of those things you have like I don't know, everyone's
Mm.
different than Marmite, I guess.
Yeah. You love it or you hate it, or you think it's just okay. Well, you know, but like.
Everyone has their own.
Yeah. No, there was a place when there was that pizza place on Fish Street, opposite Fat Fugu.
Brooklyn.
Yeah. They did garlic bread, then they did cheesy garlic bread, then they did cheesy Marmite garlic bread, and that one was actually, yeah, okay, that got a pass.
Well,
But
fucking hate garlic bread as well. Can't
what is
stand-
wrong with you, bro?
I can't stand garlic bread.
What do you have on it with lasagna or something like that?
I just have lasagna. I don't have, and salad. Like I don't have like garlic bread.
Do you know what? Garlic bread with
It
lasagna
doesn't
throws me
actually
off.
make sense that garlic bread needs to go with
Are you like
lasagna.
actually
Also,
like-
toast. Why?
No,
Why?
it doesn't. It's so down its own. Like,
Hate it.
entity. It just fills you
Why?
up and you can't eat the
So
rest.
what do you have in the morning?
The one recipe would probably be most useful.
Or granola.
A sandwich. You don't have to
Ooh.
make a sandwich.
That's a good one.
Garlic bread in a sandwich.
I mean, like, as in the ends of a sandwich. Garlic bread.
Could have a garlic bread
A
Marmite
garlic
sandwich.
bread sandwich.
Yeah.
This is fascinating.
What?
So you're saying that like you should just have normal sandwiches, but the bread is garlic bread,
Garlic
or you're
butter.
putting
Garlic butter.
garlic bread
on
inside you.
I would try it.
Yeah.
God.
Like, garlic bread was the actual.
With the bread of the sandwich.
Yeah.
And there was like other stuff inside it. Yeah. That
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, you could put like Alex's dream. You could do that and then put lasagna inside of it.
Oh my
That
God,
would be
yeah.
good.
That see that work. That
Now we're
I
on to
can
something.
see some
Oh.
Give me your taste
If you could
test.
have it
Yeah.
it'd be so convenient.
God, that would be good. Like open it as like a street food, Italian street food. Bro, you'd be on top.
Having like some sort of garlic crepe.
Garlic crepe.
Garlic crepe with lasagna is.
I mean, yeah, if instead of like a pancake, it's like a lasagna
Yeah,
layer.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, no.
Like when you go to a place and they do Yorkshire pudding wraps for like the roast dinner, for
Do
like like you know there's like carvery places and there's people who like must just not want to use a knife and fork, so they do it as like a
Yeah, that'd be decent.
It's just laziness.
yeah, a little bit, but you know.
Laziness, what laziness?
Yeah, it is. You can use your knife and fork.
You were the laziest eater that I know.
Brogan says he doesn't like toast, but what he really means is he doesn't want to sit and wait for the toast. He doesn't,
He's okay with bread.
yeah, it's fine as it
I'm
is.
okay with bread. It's been cooked. You know what I mean? It's cooked.
True. Once is enough, right?
Yeah, once is enough. Why?
Yeah.
I would go on and I hate it.
Any more food opinions? Any more hot takes while we're at it? Well, we've made this a food podcast at this point, so not where I expected this to go, but oh, I'll take the. Yeah.
Not very foodie people. You're probably the most foodie.
Me, you reckon?
I mean, compared
It's
to
'cause you like
compared
Marmite.
with me and Brogan.
Oh, Brogan doesn't even count.
Yeah, Brogan.
I do love food. I love eating food. I don't like cooking food. Just bang stuff in the oven and eat it.
Yeah, sometimes
That's cooking,
things do
Brogan.
look kind of sad.
They are, but they taste good.
What do you eat?
Hey.
Gentlemen?
It's the same outcome.
He literally eats spicy cauliflower vegan pizza every day.
Oh,
That's the rolls.
No, I haven't had a pizza. You know what? It's an abomination because Aldi haven't got any pizzas anymore. No vegan pizzas.
Yeah,
They're gone.
What, in any?
They're not. Did you ask someone?
No, I want to. The next time I go in and there's not
Ask
one,
someone.
I'm
Because there's
I'm
an
gonna-
Aldi the other direction as well. It's the same distance.
Wait, are you vegan or do they like take
I like
less
to
time
control
to? Oh, okay.
so I can't have the cheese on pizzas. Which is big.
Oh, so
But
that
the
is
You
vegan-
already
annoying.
have the cheese on anything.
Yeah.
So wait, so earlier when you were like, that's my worst nightmare because it's garlic bread with Marmite, it also has cheese, so that's like a triple threat for you. That's why they shut down.
Yeah. Awful.
God damn.
Yeah.
Pick up
Burgers and I made spaghetti bolognese the other day.
Did you? I
Yeah.
missed that.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have garlic bread with it?
Huh?
Did you have garlic bread
No, I
with
just had spaghetti bolognese. No, was it?
I was going in the kitchen, he's like,
Meatballs.
how do you make pasta?
Oh my god.
I was like, well, you boil some water and put the pasta in it.
It's okay though.
But no, it was a genuine
You
question.
know?
And it wasn't pasta, it was spaghetti. I know how to cook pasta.
Make pasta from scratch.
No, not from scratch. I know how to like cook pasta.
Were you confused that like when you put it in,
Yeah,
it was
just
sticking
it
out?
was just
Oh.
like
Like that gets you sometimes. You're like,
it?
How much do I
how
put
do I
in?
react?
Yeah.
Some, you know, some people just break them in half and put them. That is mad. But I've seen it with.
Is that
Oh.
that? That's what I do.
Oh my god.
You just break them in half and put them in. You don't
That's all the
wait for it to
fun of
wet
it
and
gone.
then push it in.
No, because then it's not even.
I'm like short grain spaghetti.
Like 2 seconds.
Just tiny spaghetti. Do you mean rice?
No, that was another thing about this pot noodle that annoyed me. Because you know, normally it's like all packed and they're like long. These ones were like, each noodle was like this long. And I was like,
You've
that's.
got to be able to wrap it around.
Yeah.
before.
And also considering it said hoisin duck, but definitely.
Poison duck?
Poison.
No, not poison duck, yeah. If it was poison duck, then actually it tastes really good.
Probably why you didn't like it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add a poison duck to the painting now. Can it be
That's
like,
done.
can it be an ongoing painting?
No.
You think of things I'm gonna
No,
add
no,
to
no.
it?
Please.
It's like a new one.
We start a new one, yeah. Every year. We do one for every year. Oh, that's a bit intense. One
That's
for
not-
every decade.
Every decade.
Let's not commit. Do it when we want.
When the mood strikes.
That's a good way of doing it, to be fair.
No commitments.
Perfect. The dream.
Got some nice paintings started around here. Are these some of yours? Part of
Uh,
your collection? They come with this.
No, yeah, none of this is ours. What have we got? Okay, so the two behind you are adders. The collage there and there is adders as well. Yeah. This is going to be really good for the people watching at home who just can't see any of this. But I'm just pointing to off-camera locations being like that. That one on the right's by, that's a Sarah Martin that she left in the street and Alex grabbed. It was like a giveaway. It wasn't just like she stopped looking for 2 seconds. But like, and then the tables were done by Ada for us as well. And then, anything else? I don't know. Yeah, that's like, she comes around and then she just paints stuff, and then all our like rubbish gets painted on. So there's like, I'm pretty sure there's like cardboard, like thrown away boxes been painted down there and stuff, and it's like, oh,
That's the best way to do it. Repurpose.
yeah, it's upcycling, as the kids say. But, yeah, there's a lot of random shit now. None of it photography related, but you know, it's mostly just painting. Oh yeah, I guess those count.
Yeah, of course it can.
They are actually photos.
Yeah. Well, yeah, true. God. I regret not taking more photos when you did your event. Not gonna lie, because I was like,
Second, sorry.
when you did your event, I regret not taking photos. But hey, I was like sleepwalking. Yeah, true.
Lived in the moment.
True, very true. And what a moment it was.
Sounded sarcastic.
No, yeah. Oh, it was a pretty sick event, to be honest. It was like,
Good vibes.
yeah, it was some of the best vibes probably since that party there. And that one was what, 2 years ago almost now,
Yeah.
or 1 year if you don't count the COVID year. But you know, wait, actually no.
Coming up to 2
I don't know.
years.
I'm not doing the maths. I give up. Yeah.
It'll be 2 years on December.
Oh yeah, it was like a Christmas party, wasn't it? God damn.
Yeah, it was.
Blimey. That was sick.
I thought you was going to win the bundle.
Oh,
Didn't you just claim that you'd won?
no.
I swear I remember. Were you? I swear they called out the number and you just ran up and were like, yeah.
That was me.
No, we gave out cards and all with numbers on, and then kept going through until someone came up.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, give us your number. So yeah, because we called out a few numbers. It must have been the smoking area or something.
Ah, fair enough.
But then how did I end up playing cards with someone?
What?
Because the game was we called 2 people and then played 21 and then whoever won would take the bundle.
Mm.
It was you and M Cuts.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so it was a game. I thought Brogan just ran up and was like, I'm just going to try. See if they'll follow. Fair enough.
Did I get 20?
Yeah, you got 20 and he got 21.
Damn.
Damn.
A high scoring game.
Yeah.
Alright.
That was the most unlucky I've ever been.
Left it down. Bad. Sorry for bringing up that painful memory for you, Brogan. We'll talk about that one. Yeah. Back to the newer party though.
Yeah.
They had some good people performing as well. I can't talk. I swear I've like lost brain cells. I can't talk anymore. I'm like, I've noticed it creeping up. I just like randomly slur words and stuff, and I think I've got brain damage. But so if this is the last episode, then people know why. It was the poison duck, but you know, it was the fucking duck. But yeah.
We had Max perform, so he performed at the last party and this one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, big ups.
He did like 14 songs altogether.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, pretty much a whole album worth.
That is impressive.
And more. Had my friend Mikey, Big Black Mike TV, come out, and Boondock as well, and Shell, Classic Wilo, and Brooklyn both did performances as well. So
Yeah, they killed it. So did. I walked in halfway through, so I don't know who it was performing. Not announced. Who was it? I think it was the guy who was on just before the break, and then he was on after. Unless it was both of them together, because I know they did stuff together, but there was one. Yeah, yeah, they smashed it.
That was sick.
yeah,
They
that's-
were
Yeah.
mad.
yeah,
Was it actually? Holy shit! Damn,
yeah,
that's good.
they're good.
I've noticed there's like them two adding to the list now. The amount of like bands and musicians who have been like hiding away during COVID or like started and then they've like dropped their first sets over the last couple of weeks, and it's like, oh shit, somebody.
I think they're supposed to be dropping something soon, aren't they?
Yeah, I thought they got an EP on the way.
Collaborative EP on the way.
Yeah, I know they've got a few
Is it?
songs together. I don't know how many.
Do they have like a collaborative name, or is it just them?
I think it's just their 2 names individually together. I don't think they have a collab name.
Fair enough. That's pretty cool. That's like Warren says, no commitments.
Yeah.
If they decide they don't like each other afterwards, they're all good. There's no, don't lose the names. But, like, but yeah.
It's crazy how much music they've made together as well, because they haven't known each other very long. They met at a house at your birthday party, I think.
Yeah,
I think so. August. So yeah, not long. And then after that, they've just been linking up like every week or so, just making music.
Yeah, it's like a rapper meet cute. No, they're going off. There you go, though. But yeah, it is. It's scary how many new artists there are that are also killing it, just right out the gates as well. Because sometimes, like before COVID, you'd be like, oh, it's the first set, and then you go to it and you'd be like, yeah, it is. But those guys, I thought they'd been around for ages. Like, I thought they just knew what they were doing and stuff. And then,
It's like Anti.
oh yeah, her
She's
fucking.
just mad.
Yeah, it's annoying she's got COVID though.
Yeah.
I think is she out of isolation now?
She might be out by now.
Yeah.
She was going to perform.
Yeah, and she was meant to come in. Was it like last Sunday? This Sunday? Yeah, she was still in. I was praying she'd get out, but hey ho. But yeah, what are you gonna do? Hey ho. But like, what else we can talk about? I'm like, literally, my mind's like melted still from. I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like,
My mind's still melted from all that like art we were doing.
Yeah, me
for
too.
the
I've still
Garibaldi event.
got stress. I can't shake it. So I don't have anything to do, and I'm just sat there stressing. And I'm like, I have nothing to do. Why am I stressed? And I'm still just
oh my
like,
god.
I
Maybe
need
that's
to be
why.
at the studio.
Maybe that's why you are stressed because you've got nothing to do.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe I need like an
True.
in-between project, like a breakup.
An
Like
in-between.
a,
Oh yeah.
what do you call that?
Rebound.
Rebound.
Rebound piece of art.
That's a weird, because like weirdly I can relate to that, like that weird, like you've done it. If you go through like a busy period and then suddenly you're like, oh, like I still get it, like when you left school, but like you don't have homework anymore. There's some nights I'm lying in bed and I'm like, I forgot to check the homework system.
I mean, Joe, that's the difference between me and you. I never did that. I got home, did what I wanted, got me to school.
Homework
Sorry
is
for
an
that.
oxymoron.
Homework.
Let's analyse that for a minute. Let's go into that one.
Think about that.
It is an oxymoron.
Oh, it's not really. You can work from home.
It is. No, because home
In
and
like a
work
school context.
is technically two different places. Home and work. So why are you doing work at home? You don't go to work and then be at home, do you? Mental.
You can work
What?
from home.
What's happening here? You don't go work home. You don't go and do your work home, do you? So why do you go home and do your homework?
Yeah, but you can do homey things at work.
What? Get to bed.
I love that that's what you do at home. That's what I do at home. Sleeping, which is fun.
Yeah.
Sleeping's a big part of fun.
A big sleeper.
Yeah. Yeah. I sleep a lot.
Fair enough.
So,
How many hours do you get?
oh.
He wishes he was there at that.
It's got to be 8, but like, if I have any less than 8, I'm just a little cunt. To be honest.
Damn.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can't swear on this. I have to go back and bleep out.
Yeah. I'm just a little. Yeah.
Fair enough.
10 hours is perfect.
10 hours.
You want like 7 hours sleep, like a zombie. 7 hours sleep sounds great to me.
Oh my god. Yeah, would be pretty good.
You average like 2 a night.
2? That's
I could go 2.
2 is. Oh, I don't reckon I could do. Then again, but 2's kind of like. Actually, if you treat it like a nap, you'd be okay.
Decent nap, yeah.
Yeah, it's not long enough to your body to think you actually planned on. It's like, oops, that was an accident. You didn't mean to go to sleep. It's fine, so you can get up again.
But not like if you haven't slept. I don't understand that. How you sleep for 2 hours in the night. How do you do that? Like you what? And then you say it's a nap. That's a 2-hour sleep. How are you sleeping for 2 hours and then not being tired after?
I'll just if I know that I've only slept like 2 hours, then I know the next sleep I'm gonna make sure I get like a decent amount.
Never catch up.
A decent amount to me is like 6-7 hours.
So in 2 days you can go 8 hours sleep.
That's impressive.
Pain.
I'm scared to know what you're like if you say you turn into a massive cunt under 8 hours.
I don't turn into a massive cunt.
I'd be interested.
I become inept.
Yeah, same here. That's what I'm like now. Because,
Like this.
yeah.
How many hours did you get last night?
7.
That explains a lot.
Thanks, guys.
You said you were the C word.
Shut up.
I'm joking. This is what we're like at work all the time, because we work together as well. And live together.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So yeah, we're just like constant bickering, like an old married couple. We'll go from like sharing memes with each other to like, can you put kettle on?
Yeah.
Put kettle on now.
Go on. You can make that copy of one. Yeah.
Is it?
A safety word. If I text you like help, just get
That's not a safety word. That's just you asking for help.
That's a safety.
That's just like
What should the safety word be?
Not help. Penguin.
penguin.
If I text you penguin.
But Jordan actually texts me penguin all the time in conversation.
Yeah, it's true. So you're gonna have to find a new word.
What? Why are we talking about penguins? They're cool. They're not cool. Fucking birds that can't fly. They're not cool.
They can swim though.
Yeah.
They can, yeah.
But they can swim.
And belly sword.
True.
Prove me wrong.
Just thinking about penguins.
Penguins are amazing. Perfect.
I text you penguin.
Yeah. Yeah.
That means just it's code red.
Code red.
Comes
Damn.
down the tree.
I feel like that could get confused though, because if there's like penguins in the cupboard, like the little chocolate bars,
yeah.
just bring one of them.
Like,
Penguin.
put one under your door.
If that happens every time I text penguin, great.
How do penguins get to work? They're tricycle.
This is another thing about Brogan as well. He's just like
He's memorised all the penguin jokes.
loads of dad jokes, loads of bad dad jokes.
Nah, they're funny. They are funny. We laugh sometimes.
Every now and again.
I feel like dad jokes are more fun for the person telling them though.
Yeah.
Just to get the disappointed reaction of people, and it's just like,
The
yeah, it's
disappointing
perfect.
ones are the best.
I think it's the lowness of the expectations that makes any kind of reaction joyous.
Yeah.
Got low expectations of me.
No. When you're
It's good to have low expectations of me because then I can always exceed them.
no, I actually meant the other way around, but it does work both ways.
I do some bad things.
God. What about?
Oh.
That laugh. That's like every time as well.
Jimmy Carr.
I've been trying to keep it back.
It is.
Oh.
Jimmy Carr, but with bad jokes. Have you got any?
Is
You got any on
Jimmy Carr?
hand? You just turned this from a food podcast to a, well, I'd say comedy podcast.
I've got one about a farmer, but it's
Oh
not.
god.
It's long, I'm not even going to say it. I had one the other, saw one the other day, it was really funny.
You start writing them down. You could have. I was expecting you to whip out a notepad and just be like, yeah.
Best one's when it's from the top of your head.
Sorry. Is that why you wear the beanie to keep them trapped in?
No, wear a beanie because I'm bald.
Because you're what? You're old?
Bald.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of his beanies have like stuck on hair.
Stapled in at the side.
So then I look like I've got hair.
It's a good plan, to be honest.
I'm terrifying, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a beanie for every occasion as well.
Damn. Are they all the same black beanie though? Because
No,
I've only ever seen you wear that one.
They're pretty
It's-
much
You've only ever seen me wear this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it must be just similar occasions.
No,
Then.
because you've
no,
never
they're
seen me at
always
home or at work. Have you?
Oh, true.
At home, like on a lazy day.
Ah.
So when I get home, I'll put on a different beanie to this one because this one's my clean beanie. Sam.
Perfect.
And then I've got a sleeping beanie if I ever get cold. I've also got a work beanie. And I've also got a beanie that's spare. Just in case I lose one of my beanies.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, the way I discovered Brogan's beanies is he came downstairs one day and he was like, "Oh, fell asleep last night, fully clothed in my beanie, and it wasn't even my sleeping beanie."
Oh, just give me
I did write it down and dated it.
sleeping beanie. Just give me the other day. You know the guy, the Garibaldi quiz man, Steve.
Oh yeah.
I saw a picture of him not wearing I assumed he had hair, and he's just fully bald. Yes, I was just like saw a picture on Instagram. I was like,
Is his name Steve?
I hope so.
I'm not sure what his name is, but I know.
I'm pretty. No, it's definitely Steve because I've like ingrained it to my memory because there was a period of time where he kept being like at the Gary, he'd be like, "Hi Joe," and I'd be like, "Hi man." And then it took my friend while I was sat with him to be like, "What's your name again?" Because we were like when Felix met for the first time, and he was like Steve, and I'm like, I'm never forgetting that. I'm gonna write it down somewhere.
I feel like he came into the cafe once and he definitely said a different name to Steve.
Oh.
Maybe he lied to me.
Probably.
People do have like cafe names, don't they? That
What?
I have a cafe name.
What?
Yeah, I can't go in and say my name's Broken.
Why not?
I don't know.
Because
Who's getting their name asked at a
especially if it's
cafe also?
Starbucks, because like they just, the one
Oh,
time
at Starbucks, but they write the
they,
name on the
they
thing.
wrote Broken, and I was like, that is not my name. So I've never said it since. I always say George. I was carrying around a couple of broken ones.
Please tell me you were like hungover or something.
No, I was just a little kid.
Oh my god. My worst one of those is when I went to America as a kid and we went to like is it Wendy's or whatever?
Yeah.
Like some American that my dad had been like, oh, we don't have them in England, let's go. But they asked for like the name for like the table, and my dad was like, because his name's Phil. And then when they got we got the receipt and it had like the name on it, whoever did it had spelt it like Fill. And it was just like,
For God's sake.
yeah,
It's America for you.
yeah, that's the East Coast. But like, yeah,
I can't get over that.
broken.
Did you know? Here we go. Did you know dogs can't operate an MRI machine?
Yeah, because they're not people.
But cats can.
Wait, do you operate, like work the machine? Wait, what?
Missed it.
You missed it.
Wait,
You missed it. It was a joke.
this is what happens when I don't get A out.
Did you know the dogs can't operate an MRI machine, but cats can? Cats can.
Oh, cats. Yeah. Yeah, I'll put that in your Christmas cracker.
Just made it.
We have to live with this guy.
Don't have to.
Oh, yeah, it's
You
constant
move
source.
out. You can leave.
Who was there first?
Yeah, you leave.
Both of you
If
leave.
you pay me, I'll leave.
Pay you to leave.
It's not a Christmas caroler.
I'll grow old in that house.
We'd just annoy you a lot until you left on your own.
Oh.
Well, it sounds like that's not working because he's annoying you more than you're annoying him. God.
We're just gonna put cheese outside your room every day. like a really tasty looking grilled cheese. Melted.
Put a flag that says vegan.
Oh, that would be awful.
And it's not vegan.
And then I'll put shit. You know what? I'll take my shit. I'll put it on your bed. Alright? So that when you go to
That's
bed
fine.
and you get in,
Okay, let me get it.
you're then covered in all my diarrhea shit.
Oh my
Alright? So don't you dare put a cheese.
Definitely locking my door.
Yeah.
And
Oh my god.
I don't need to do it.
Even like the balls.
She would love it.
oh,
Oh god.
go on then. You put the cheese sandwich outside my door and see what happens.
Probably won't make it upstairs. Instantly.
Instantly.
I think that's something different.
A new app?
What? Where people just like Instagram their foods?
No, you're like it's like a Tinder thing. So you
Mm.
get loads of different foods you rate them.
There was a website called
Yeah.
RateMyPoo.com.
I'm sure that
Hmm.
Tinder is about rating
Hmm.
people.
We're gonna have so many brands after us.
Oh, man. Speaking of those outlets, someone reminded me of Hot or Not the other day.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because in my head back in the day, Tinder used to be like when we were like 13. I thought Tinder's age range could go down to like that age, but it turned out it was a different app called Hot or Not
Hot
that
or
everyone
Not.
used to use. Yeah,
That's hot or not?
it's the same thing,
Basically
but
an underage Tinder.
yeah,
Sounds
Yeah, that sounds.
I'm pretty sure it's gone now.
weird.
And it's called Hot or Not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, what's that just Tinder?
I don't know. Yeah, Google it. Find out. Also, back to cafe names, because this is some phenomenon I've never heard of.
Yeah.
What, asking people's names?
Like giving
No, not even that, like
Fake
giving
names.
fake names.
Yeah, I've never
Do they do it as a joke, or is this just like a personality
I
thing?
don't know, but I work at Wiki Street.
Oh,
and we have
nice.
to ask people's names every time so that like they can wait outside and call their name. Not just
Ah,
because
okay.
we're leading.
Yeah.
And there's been a few times where someone's given like a name and then you know it's not their name and then they explain that it's like their cafe name or like their...
Do you have a cafe name?
I feel like I should get one.
Do you have one?
There was like a couple one time. Oh no, I don't have one. There was a couple one time, and I asked for like one of their names, and they both replied like at the same time with this really random name. They just laughed about it. And they're like, "Oh, it's our cafe name."
Shared name.
So it was a unisex name.
No, it was a gay couple.
Ah.
It was a man's. It was a man's.
God.
That happens when you make assumptions.
I do.
So you're gonna follow that up. Oh god.
Make an answer out
Yeah.
of me.
Well, someone said that they have a going out name. Do you?
A going out name?
I don't have going out.
I've had a go at that name before. Yeah, it's Tyler.
Tyler.
So if anyone thinks that this man is Tyler,
That was
he's
ages
probably got
ago.
some really interesting stories. So come forward.
Oh, Tyler.
That was years ago.
Wait, what was the point of a going out name? You just.
Don't worry about it.
You know when you have like really drunk conversations with
Yeah.
like random people, and you don't really want them to like then meet your friend in the street.
Ah, okay. So you're
If they
just like.
see you,
Yeah, but they still
Let's
know.
go with that.
So, or if you're trying to have sex with a woman or man, and you tell them a wrong name, and then they can never contact you ever again.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Do you know what I've been
I
doing?
mean, I
Because
feel like you could probably have like just an honest conversation with them and they'd
Just
still
be
be
like, look, I don't want to speak to you ever again. Hey, I'm bad.
yeah, I think that's okay. I don't think you need the fake name on top of that.
Yeah. I think at the time,
it's the
at
double
the time
deception.
I had the fake name, I think it was more appropriate. Now it's like, yeah, you don't really need to have that.
You can just have discussions.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's great.
Open conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lay it all on the table.
Fancy a bum.
My favorite thing though, because I've been doing like nightclub photography and stuff, is like they constantly like us. You get talking to them and stuff. Because I've been doing like I've got to do it tonight, like the sports socials, because they're like a team of 15. So you go up to them and be like, "Here's photo competition." You're like, "We're waiting for one more," so I have to like entertain them for like 5 minutes while someone goes to the toilet. And they always like, "What's your name?" And then I like being like Joe, and then they don't know what to think because they assume I'm lying, and then they can't find me later because whenever they see me out and about, they're like, "I don't know what your name is." It's like, yeah,
Even though you told them your name.
yeah, it's
You
give them,
said in front of it.
yeah, just act like I don't, like I'm thinking about it, and they get really confused. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just say, if I meet new people now, I'll just say Brof. Because if you say broken, they're like, what?
Broken?
What, Brandon? No. Broken?
I find people are more responsive to Brof.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I'm like, that's a cool name. I'm like, yeah, yes, thanks. It's my real name. On my birth certificate.
God. No, my problem with my name is as well, is like my parents went out their way to give me the like most least formal name. So on my birth certificate it's literally like Joe Wesley. I don't have a middle name or like Joseph.
Oh, really?
And it's not, because I've been thinking about it, why whenever a job's like, have you got a CV, and I hand it in, why I've never been called back ever. I've never got a job off a CV. And I think it's because they just look at my name and assume I'm like too lazy to put my like full name, so they're just like,
I don't think that's why.
No.
Like,
I'd like to believe that's why.
I also never got a job from a CV, and my name is Miranda Adele Smart.
Hey,
Maybe that's too
That was a
formal.
bit-
I mean, you think that's too formal?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
good name. But it's quite
Oh,
a
yeah.
formal name.
Just make it up, Joe.
Yeah.
Joseph William Wesley.
That's my
Yeah,
granddad's
you can
name.
just add whatever you want.
Is that your granddad's name?
Yeah.
That's mad.
That's a
There you go.
good guess on there. Yeah. Or I could use my other birth certificate, but like,
Who are you? I'm too
Yeah. yeah, I got 2. Because
Like, wait, this isn't a joke.
no, I do have 2, but one's like, I don't know, it's like not valid, obviously. Like only one. I'd say only one works, but what do you use a birth certificate for? I've never actually seen it, but yeah, I've got 2. So one's my mum's maiden name, and then like, so I was Joe Bateman for like 6 months, and then it changed. But yeah. So you know, if anyone's got any good insurance identity.
I'm glad you enjoyed my shit. Yeah.
You're the only one.
Yeah.
I just let I just let them like sit in the background. Like, I don't even really like pay attention anymore.
No, don't do.
No.
Wow. Oh.
But you let me know if you're really proud of one, and I'll make an effort.
Yeah, just tell her which parts to laugh at, and she'll like, go along with it. Yeah.
No, I did. You know, like, in Shrek, when, what's his name? Lord Farquaad.
Yeah.
And then they've got the
And
people
the
that
applause,
go
like,
laugh.
Yeah. Good idea.
Applaud.
Then they just drop the sign then. I just watched it. Also, I've realised I'm really worried that Brogan's head's just not going to be visible because it's behind the counter. But hey ho.
That's what she said.
What hey ho?
No, Broden's head's behind the camera.
that's also bad. That's what she said.
I know, I've been trying to fit it in.
That wasn't even on purpose.
Goodness sakes. Shit.
You've really upgraded on that, that's what she said, jokes. No, you have.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm
You get better.
Yeah, you've upgraded.
I just didn't really participate that much. I felt like it was more your thing. So.
No, I love it when people join in.
I think there's.
You just know when it's coming as
I
well.
think because we say so many things that are appropriate for it, we have to like kind of pick and choose.
Yeah,
Which
we're really
ones-
clever
Which
ones.
ones you go for, yeah?
Yeah.
Like a quality check.
Yeah.
Slip. Yeah, just in case people can't see, Brogan did a little salute then. I'll do an audio description of Brogan's actions. Just in case.
It's funny. Barely spoke anything about art throughout this whole podcast.
Should we bring apart at the, what are we at, the 49-minute mark? That seems like a good place to start. Has it?
Apparently,
Oh, sorry, Joe. You don't make you. Oh, Joe's not happy.
so we're artists.
Yeah. We'll do the introductions, go around the room.
Yeah, so hi.
Hi guys, we're Suede here. Third time appearing on the podcast.
Oh, yeah. It is. Damn.
We make art and stuff.
Yeah, you're trying to.
And succeed, I think.
We're really
Sometimes.
good.
Yeah.
We did succeed on that one.
Of course.
We're in a crew together.
Yeah, talk about the crew.
Crew together.
Where'd that come from?
SOS. You know, came from me and Jordan in the studio.
I think he was there, wasn't he? Was you there?
I think I walked into the room.
Miranda walked in while we had created this crew. So we were like, oh, should we make a crew?
I thought it was already established.
And then you came in and we were like, Miranda, do you want to be part of our crew?
Yeah.
Like, have a tag name then. But
Yeah, pretty much.
you really didn't want to do graffiti at all,
No, I didn't.
did you? No.
we still don't do graffiti. We're just street artists.
We do well, it's just a bit, you know, like there's just so much wall to cover sometimes, you know. I'm more like a small drawer. I like to draw small, but getting on with the whole
Big.
thing.
Nice. So yeah.
Can I just say, I love the that's what she said jokes where we don't even say it, but we just.
Sometimes you don't even need to. You just know. You
Just
just
leave the
pause
silence.
and you know.
But we made this crew and called it, well, it's based around style over skill, and then staying on society, and SOS Crew, and then from that there were just like loads of abbreviations of SOS, sleep on sofas,
Snacks on snacks.
Snacks on snacks.
can't even think of them now, there's loads.
Sick of shit.
Spring onion samosa.
Yeah.
It's a really fun thing to just like think of them.
Yeah.
It's lovely just to try and think of SOSs.
Yeah, because I was wondering, because I knew there was the style over skill one, and then I think I saw Staying on Society as well, and I was like, did you change it?
Yeah.
And it sounds like you,
So
yeah,
it's-
you have a lot.
Yeah, no,
Right.
really means.
So we're actually called SOS Crew NN,
Yeah.
which if you look at it, so the thing is the funny thing about this, right, is we were making all the emails and setting up Instagrams and stuff. And when I created this email, I was like, right, SOS Crew NN @gmail.com. Cool. Set up the password. And then I was telling these guys, I was like, right, I've set up a Gmail, SOS Crew NN @gmail.com. And Miranda goes, it looks like SOS Crew NN @gmail.com. So actually, it's kind of sick.
Not that we can go in and screw
Yeah.
it.
No, yeah. But it also works in that kind of way as well.
Yeah, I think it also like it's a judgment of like, well, you make your own judgment on it as well.
Yeah.
If you see so screwing it, then you know.
You hate your phantom.
True.
You see SOS Crew and then you know you're down.
You're down with the kids.
No, the crew.
With the crew. Down with the kids, man.
Yeah, we're mostly like a character, texture-based crew really, because we don't really do like lettering between us. You probably do the most letters out of all of us. But
I dabble in it.
yeah, dabble. But mostly characters, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, that's cool.
We may or may not be expanding soon.
Yeah,
Keep your eye out for that.
keep your eye out. Maybe some new members joining the crew.
Members and that.
Is there anything else you can give away, or we're just gonna?
Is it set in stone?
I think it's pretty set in stone.
Yeah, let's do it.
Did they agree?
Yeah,
They've
agreed to it.
agreed.
They agree.
Yeah.
If they agree, then we agree.
Do we agree?
Did they agree to be outed as?
Yeah, this is
I
what.
feel like they're being voted in.
We haven't done it yet. We'll
I can, yeah,
Oh,
okay, never mind. We'll
okay.
disclose our new member.
look out for the new members.
Watch out for it.
True.
On
Watch this
Maybe we
space.
can like Photoshop in another video. Like,
Yeah. Just have a little
they're
floating around.
pretending to like join in on the conversation. They're just like smiling like, oh, don't
Yeah. What I will say though is they are character artists as well. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
mostly.
Well, one of them's does mad lettering as well.
Yeah, true.
Local, I'm assuming.
Local
Definitely.
artists.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
you would have seen their work.
Probably.
Yeah.
No, I'm now building like a suspicion list.
Is
Oh,
he
man.
top suspicion?
Top suspicion. Yeah, but the problem is if I say it and get it, and then you do some like
Yeah.
face,
Yeah,
then
no,
it's
no.
gonna be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, don't guess and guess off.
Well, yeah, we'll guess off air. Well,
Mm.
so end of the podcast.
Yeah.
We're done. Need to know.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's giving me it's a new art / street art mystery to unravel, because me and Felix have run out. We're down to our last one, so we'll add that. This one is a new one.
Yeah.
The last one being the who's beefing with Lacey is what we're trying to figure out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are they
Did you
beefing?
figure it out?
No, there was like a few. We'd see some stuff that looked like, oh, that could be indicative, but someone is going hard with like just using like entire hands to get rid of her stuff everywhere. Like, yeah.
No, I'd seen that stuff, but I didn't think that was who. I wasn't sure.
I didn't know whether it was still carrying on, to be honest.
No, wait. I realise I've confused this. Being like, who is it? Not it is who. I'm not Jesus Christ. No. No. I was saying, yeah, the best and worst name because I can't say.
There is someone who's crossing out all those Sebas.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
But they all appeared like overnight and then disappeared again. The Sebas ones. They popped up and then disappeared again. It was pretty quick. Who is it? Who could it be?
Yeah, there's a load around here. Actually.
Yeah, I saw one that was really just like way out, and I was like, "Fuck." I saw. Do you know what was weird? I saw it. I don't know whether it's the same like DB that we know, but there was a DB tag on a train, and I was like in Cornwall.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I was just on the train to Cornwall, and like one went first, and it had like DB on it, but it was like a different hand style, so it might just be a different name. But it was still kind of like, oh, okay, fair enough.
Seen Max was getting lined as well.
Max.
Yeah, Max. Seen a few of those getting taken out.
I don't know.
And it looks like the same person who's doing Lacey's as well. So.
Yeah, because the least ones it's fully like.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah.
Go on, like,
Big ones.
literally says like try again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty brutal.
Yeah. Harsh.
Just be,
Yeah. Basically, and.
just get along.
Let's be nice to each other.
Everyone just get along.
That's
Yeah.
the SOS message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sick of shit.
What else is there? I've noticed I keep seeing fence everywhere all of a sudden as well.
Fence.
Yeah, in town centre, someone started writing fence. There's loads of them.
Is it the council just planning to put up a fence?
Yeah. Just markers. Now I think of it, they are all around parks. The perimeter of parks. It's like, oh, okay.
Maybe it's just like a member of the public that just really wants fences.
We encourage all writers to start writing fence around.
Where you want a fence.
Yeah.
Don't put there if you don't want a fence.
Could you imagine if it actually was like council related and they ended up putting fences in just random places?
One panel in the middle of the road.
I did always want to learn, like, you know, when they're like doing out the.
Oh, like the
payments
floor
and
ones.
stuff. I
Yeah.
wanted to know what, like, all the letters and numbers
Right, yeah,
meant, you
just
know.
like fuck around with it.
Really confuse them. Have you seen the cans they use for that? They're kind of weird. Like the spray goes like straight up out the top. So like they you fire it down. It's like a yeah. Which seems like you just get your hands immediately covered in paint. But
It'd be fun though. Fun to use one of those.
true. Dirt cheap as well. Like 800 millilitres for like £2 on Graph City. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they were on there where I saw them. And it was like, but it had tons of like bits underneath it where it was like star. It's a line marker cap, so it goes straight up. Because I guess people have been ordering them, being like, what a bargain, and then like, yeah. Yeah.
I did spray myself in the face once
God,
actually.
fucking hell.
I wasn't good. I was just like, I was just in the garden like using like this primer can, and then like I was just trying to fucking move the cap around a little bit. I was like, why is it not coming out? So then I looked at it and I was like, just to see if it was like blocked or anything, and then like accidentally press it, it just went all over my face.
No.
Literally, she was like screaming, going to the
Yeah.
bathroom,
Yeah.
and she was like a white splodge on her eye.
Running water like down my face.
And your eye just must have closed at the right time.
Literally just.
Like literally, I don't understand how you're not blind right now.
Yeah, what?
Yeah. Got away with it.
It hurts. As a kid, I apparently, like aerosol, like I don't know what was in, like some cleaning shit. I sprayed that into my eye as a kid.
Yeah.
Supposedly
Twice.
twice. Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah.
Once wasn't enough.
Yeah, it's not. I wish it was at the same time, because at least I'd be like, well, the first one, I thought I got away with it. That's right, yeah, but apparently 2 separate occasions, 2 separate trips. I was like 4 or 5. Oh, yeah. It's one of those ones where there's been no negative things yet, but I'm sure it's not good for my eyes. And as a photographer, I'm like,
You need those.
5 years, and then I might just start going blind, and then I'll have to...
Eye insurance.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. Maybe.
No.
I bet it is.
You can insure parts of your body though, can't you?
Yeah, you can insure like your hands and stuff. That's why like hand models get insurance on their hands. It's mad. And feet. Feet's another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get insurance on your feet.
Yeah.
Well, they
Definitely
fuck off
don't
anyway.
get insurance.
God. But what would be the point?
Okay, someone's getting.
Yeah, but we
someone
somehow
spray yourself in the eye.
Oh, yeah.
You can get loads of money in rates.
Well, yeah, if
can't
you-
use the
if you-
thing
Oh,
you used
right.
to do.
Yeah, if you go blind,
Yeah.
you can't take photos.
Well,
That's
true. There are blind photographers, though. Yeah. No, I'm not even joking. You just didn't get me.
I'm just imagining really shit photography.
Yeah.
No, there is actually really good one. He does like car photography, but he does light painting, so you can see lights.
Oh,
and
that's nice.
he shoots in the dark, and it's all long exposures. It's really sick. I forgot what his name was, but he does do it.
He's a blind guy.
But he's a blind guy, he just
Yeah.
shoots cars. That's it.
I think there's other ones that are like fully blind, though. They're like, I don't know. I don't really know how that works. At that point, it's like,
You could do like a still life photography, and you could like feel it.
oh yeah, true.
You'd have assistance, obviously.
Yeah, true. To be honest, I wouldn't see the point because I can't see the photos myself. So it's like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? At that point, I'm just entertaining other people, and it's like,
Speaking of the new Johnny, it's for the art.
Yeah, but it might be
uh,
quite interesting though, like you can't
True.
see it.
But then if
Other people
people
would
describe it to you,
Yeah,
wouldn't
exactly.
Mm.
they? And you get maybe a slightly different description every time.
yeah, that one's bad.
Yeah,
That
you
one's
kind
bad.
of- You kind of like learn from how people react to it.
Maybe.
What were the good parts
True.
and the bad parts.
Well, I'll just test it out and go home. Just finish the job, and then I'll see.
Oh, no.
Tell you in
No.
20 years
Please
if
do
it
not
works
say
or
that.
not.
Finish
Yeah.
your job, you know.
Yeah.
Get it done.
But you could put a blindfold on and just practice.
Oh yeah, that's a smart way of doing it. Yeah, that makes more sense, doesn't it?
Harmful.
Yeah.
I feel like yeah.
I reckon you can take the piss though. Do you know what I mean?
As long as I remember where the button is on the camera.
Rinse it. Just rinse it.
Rinse what?
Like if you go blind and you're a photographer, just rinse it.
Rinse what?
What, your eyes out or
Just,
what?
just rinse the fact that you're blind.
Oh, make it like your thing.
Make it a thing. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, just take pictures whenever and put them up for loads of money because you're blind.
Yeah, I guess you'd use it as like a little artist gimmick. You know what I
And then
mean?
you could be like, oh yeah, I took this photo when I felt the presence of this person, so I snapped a photo and there they are.
I feel like
Yeah,
I hope because.
I don't know that that's like necessarily. You could actually just do that though, couldn't you?
Mm.
That doesn't necessarily rinsing anything. I mean, it's still quite interesting as a concept. I don't think anyone's being like
Rinse.
rinsed. How do we define being rinsed?
Oh man. Well, it's settled then. Like, if I go blind, I can rinse it, so I don't need eye insurance. I'm all good. I can.
No, definitely get eye insurance, Jerry.
Is it a thing? I'm not.
I looked at it.
Jamie, look that up. Look that up real quick.
Right,
Fact check it.
Yeah.
then I think we should
7.25.
all get eye insurance.
I mean, yeah.
Let's not get eye insurance because I need hand insurance as well.
Mm.
Think about that.
Hand insurance.
Hand
I was
eye
thinking about teaching
insurance.
my left hand to draw and spray actually.
Yes, it's medical.
What, like swap hands?
Yeah, I can feel with my left hand.
Mm.
not the right lines really.
Yeah, no, I need to work on my
Okay,
left.
£7.20
Am
a
I
month
right? You get
for eye insurance.
Straight.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
Very good.
It's actually quite cheap to be
Yeah.
fair.
That's pretty good.
£7.20
It is a
a
thing.
month.
Mm.
There you go.
How much do we insure your hand?
Yeah.
That's less than Netflix.
Yeah, true. But yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
So,
but the probability of you.
but the problem is I'd be blind, so.
Until it happens.
The hand comes under life insurance.
Hmm?
Hand comes under life insurance,
Mm.
apparently.
Most body parts come into
So
life.
like £10.
Except eyes apparently has been given its own categories. Are you sure that was like eye insurance or was that just
No,
like
no.
was it just like a glasses subscription? Yeah. How is the left-handed training going? I thought you were left-handed for some reason. Oh, okay.
You seem like you could be a left-handed person.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I feel like something people just say to artists.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
I've got characteristics of a lefty.
I don't know what the characteristics of a lefty are.
God.
Yeah, I can use it a little bit.
Huh?
I can
You're
like,
left-handed.
draw.
No.
You just see one cut after that. Okay.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Do we know any left-handed people? We get a left-handed person on a podcast and we interview them about see what's going on with that.
I know quite a few left-handed people.
Hmm.
It's not much of a thing. I feel like there could be more interesting topics for your podcast.
No, but it would be well annoying.
What, to be left-handed?
Yeah, why?
Smudge your
'Cause
handwriting.
Yeah, you know when like
You get used to it.
you write like this, don't you?
Mm.
Because you're going from left to right, but like because our books are just genuinely like, oh yeah, read
You
that
don't
one.
have.
This is cool, by the way.
Yeah, but
Mm.
people don't really write. Like that's not what you're using your hand for. If you've got a pen in it, really. Like.
So write down you might want to write a short film.
Might want to write some notes.
Yeah.
You're
It's got a joke to write down,
Love
so
it.
for later.
Yes, I love a list.
I'm not even
but
smudging
the
all your lists.
list- Don't.
Mm.
Put on my list.
I find it well weird when someone's like right-handed but left-footed, like dominant, like this.
Wow,
That's
thanks
the viewers.
thanks for the visual aid there.
Hard.
You did that. What's a right hand? What's a left foot? What could they possibly look like held up together?
That's just a little treat for the viewers.
God. I'm trying to think now. Am I left-footed? I hope not. Otherwise, I've just been called out. How would you even test that? Is there a?
Football.
Yeah.
Oh right, so that's why I don't know.
Oh yeah, I just feel like the whole left side of my body's just useless.
It's not because you need it to walk, drive, do
Yeah.
lots of stuff.
It's less
Oh,
than
Give your left side some credit, okay?
yeah. Yeah, I think we should all try and be a little bit more ambidextrous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what everyone should do in life, right?
Mm. True. And with some sort, I play pool with both hands. Well,
Play golf with hands.
yeah, but
Are you good with both hands?
I'm all right. Sometimes it's like I'm more comfortable on one side, but sometimes there's shots that I normally because I just like. Cause I think it's one of those things though where you think about it more. And because you're thinking about it, you actually play properly. As you know, sometimes if you're doing something, you go into autopilot mode, and then you're just like assume you're like, oh, that's an easy shot, I'll get it, and then you because you don't think about it, you mess it up. But
It's almost as if the person isn't even playing the game anymore, and
whoa,
you're
you're just potting balls, you're just watching your life go by, sitting there, wasting away.
You make a natural decision, and he's back playing the game.
Okay.
Or is it gay? Sims. Oh, I watched this really cool thing yesterday actually. We were out.
Oh, it's saying actually.
Something Oats Studios. Funny as fuck. You guys should watch it. For sure.
Wait, what is it? Because it rings a weird randomly rings a bell.
It's like every episode is different, but like one of them was like it was based on God, and God was just this guy. So he'd have a table like this, and it'd be like a scene of like New York, say, yeah, and God's just there in a chair. He's like, Jeremy, and Jeremy's his butler, and he comes over. He's like, set everything on fire. I'm bored. And he just sets everything on fire. It's just hilarious. It's like add a tornado, like, and then it stops, and that's it. But it's great.
Are they like TikTok videos, or are they like half an hour long?
Netflix.
Wait, Netflix. Oh.
Short stories, short videos.
Sick.
Wait. I think it's on my list. Is it? Wait, why does I don't know, because Neil Blomkamp or whatever he's done like a short film series, but I don't know whether it's the same one. Probably not, because he did District 9, not God at a coffee table. But you know.
Very like the first episode is very similar to District 9.
Oh, okay, maybe it is that then. Look it up. I
Look
don't know.
You see it from the people in the city.
No, you see it from an outside.
Yeah.
So this guy is literally just in the table. Just like, oh.
Was it actually a comedy? Because you said it was hilarious, and now it's starting to sound like.
No,
it wasn't.
some of them are funny, some of them aren't. But
God's surrogate. Where's that on YouTube?
This is
yes, that's it.
Oh, fair enough.
Play it.
No, don't play it. It's all good. It's gone. Oh, fair enough.
See, it's literally.
Is it animation?
No.
No.
Sorry, my laptop's a bit shit, guys.
It's real life, actually.
That's real life. That really happened.
Oh, it's a documentary.
Documentary about God.
Yeah,
The real one. They found it.
that would be amazing.
Documentary, yeah.
That does look like God.
I don't know, that's
not-
And there's like a light on his head.
Yeah, it doesn't
Anyone else been watching anything good on Netflix?
Did watch Squid Game. Guess
Is it
what?
good?
It's like it's not good, but
It's alright.
I think it's,
A lot of
it's
hype.
very
Yeah.
much hype.
I did get that feeling.
It was interesting to watch.
Fair enough.
The Midnight Gospel. Have you seen them?
Oh, hell yeah.
They're my favourite thing ever.
Have you not seen it? It's good as fuck. It's so good.
Podcast relevant.
Yeah, true.
You are gonna love the Midnight Gospel. It's just really weird. It's
Yeah.
like it's an animation about a guy who's like an intergalactic podcaster, and he goes to like different planets, and like crazy stuff's happening, and then they just talk about really deep shit while all this mad animation's going on.
But it's like clips from his actual podcast that they just like. I think, isn't it the Adventure Time animators who
Oh,
did it?
okay, yeah.
But it's some trippy shit that's pretty good.
Love trippy shit.
Yeah. Right, I'll be loud. I started watching Seinfeld because they added that to Netflix.
Oh yeah, I did see that one.
Better than I expected, not gonna lie.
What
Is
level
it?
of trash is that? Like, is it like bottom level, or is it like middle level, like high quality trash?
Wait, what's bottom level and high quality to you in terms
Yeah,
of
give
that?
some.
Right, bottom level is like reality, just for the views, zero brain cells.
Okay.
And then
It's
it
above
goes
that
up.
has a script.
What?
Kardashian.
Yeah,
Wait.
that's probably.
Oh, yeah, it's above that, is-
Yeah, that's
above
probably
that.
trash. And then you've got like mead. Then you've got like soaps.
Right.
Go up, and then you get like I don't know, like 90210.
But is that above the soaps?
That's above. I would say above
Okay.
soaps. And then you've got like
What was 902?
like good quality trash
Mm.
where there's like some messages in there.
I know
It's a
is
bit
that-
deeper.
is that
Mine,
top one?
yeah, I feel like that's above 90210 definitely.
Yeah.
And you get the like How I Met Your Mothers and
They say it's-
that kind of trash.
Yeah.
It's pretty similar to Friends. I don't know.
Friends. Okay, so
It's
that's
like
probably,
Friends, but
just
slightly different.
above the level we were just discussing.
Yeah. Okay.
Do double trash.
Yeah, that's a higher level.
Good
of
level,
trash.
yeah. Some stuff that's good, but I don't mind. It's not like I don't know whether anyone else does this, but if I'm watching something on Netflix and I have to like leave the room for a second, I can't. Like my parents can just leave it running and they'll go make coffee because they used to like TV, but I have to like pause it. Well, I don't want to miss anything. But Seinfeld's the only one I can like just walk away and come back and not be that bothered. I missed like 2 jokes.
That's that's when you know you're not invested, Joe.
Yeah.
No, true.
You know?
I keep
Think
watching
about
them.
that, how much it'll take for Brian just being able to just pause stuff.
Having to run back when someone shouts at you, it's
I
back on
think
again.
that adds something to it though. Like, I get really annoyed if someone like pauses something and then rewinds it if they've just missed, like not heard something. Because I'm like,
Oh yeah.
you'll pick it up. It's fine.
That bit wasn't meant for you because you weren't listening.
Exactly.
You missed it.
Yeah.
Move on. Yeah. Like, you alright?
Yeah, Fly just text me.
Yeah.
I guess I'm kind of used to rewinding it though with like anime and stuff because sometimes it'll be like so rapid and then like you'll hear dialogue and then the subtitles just like like 3 lines of subtitles and then you're like okay, you just missed it. You blink and like just missed like the whole plot.
Fair enough.
It's really odd when there's like 2 lines of like conversation
Yeah.
and like the word for that just must be really short. It's really, like there's so many words in order to say that in English.
Weird sometimes.
Oh, I watched something on Netflix called The Handmaiden, and it was. Now I didn't know this when I watched it through for the first time. Half of the film's in Japanese, and then some of the characters speak Korean, and it's all subtitled. And it wasn't until I watched someone reviewing it, and they're like, "Oh, on the disc version, it's like the subtitles that are in white are Japanese, and then the yellow ones are Korean." And the idea is like people are like, you know, when like your bilingual friends talk behind your back in front of you by like switching language. It's like the whole movie's that, and I didn't realise the first time I watched it, so the movie just seemed odd, as though people were just like not listening to each other.
So there were people in the movie speaking Japanese and Korean.
Yeah, but Netflix made all the subtitles the same colour, so I couldn't,
Oh, you just
so I didn't know, unless I like heard the languages sound a bit different, but it was just like, yeah, so I had to watch it twice. Pardon?
Interesting concept.
Yeah. It was a good film.
did it add to the movie again when you watched it? With the correct
A little bit, some scenes made a bit more sense.
Yeah.
So it's one of those films that just had a lot of sex in it, so you kind of, once you go over that, it's like, mostly subtitles after that. But yeah. I don't know what else to watch.
Subtitles during sex? Do you imagine
Wrong hole.
I feel like I'm just going through my watch history now. I'm trying to think. Oh, I watched Dave Chappelle's new special.
Yeah, I watched that this morning actually.
Yeah. What did you think?
Yeah, I thought
Do
it
you want me
was
to
pretty good.
put it off air before you start any controversy? Because like,
Get cancelled.
yeah, because people were angry by the looks of it. I thought it was good.
I thought it was really good. I
Yeah.
felt like he was genuinely coming with peace. Like, I'm doing
Yeah.
friends with these people that I'm offending, but
Yeah.
I'm also going to offend you while trying to make friends with you.
Yeah, but I didn't think it was that offensive. Like from the way people were talking, they were like made it seem like
Yeah.
I was gonna watch an hour of him just being like, "Fuck trans people," but it just wasn't like that at all.
No, it
It was
wasn't.
completely different. I want to know who organised the, because apparently comedy shows have people who like organise who's in the front couple of rows,
Oh, really?
and like 4 rows in, there's these 2 women who are like,
see.
yeah, and about yeah. And you know it was planned just on the like whoever was organising that just saw and was like, "You two in front of the camera." It was like everyone was laughing, and they are.
Yeah,
Not
I
having
advise people to watch it though. I thought it was pretty.
Yeah.
I want to watch all the specials again in order again.
Are all
Because he
6 on
was-
Netflix? Because I thought there was only because he did 6 Netflix ones, but I've only seen like 2 or 3 of
Is
them.
there 6?
Yeah, it's like a 6. I was gonna say a 6-part trilogy, but no,
That
doesn't work. Yeah. Yeah. Anyone else have opinions on it? Or we?
I've
Drop
never I haven't seen it,
Oh, okay.
so I would not be able to comment on such
Oh, okay.
conversations.
Fair enough. So it'll just be me and Jordan in trouble tomorrow, then fine.
Yeah.
I do like Dave Chappelle though, it's funny.
Oh, now Rogan's in trouble too. Already.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
He does make a lot of good points.
So who's he having a go at? Who's he?
He's not having a go anyway, but
Who's he sending for?
not sending. It's like Flash. But basically, he just gets a lot of like. He says like he actually gets death threats from like the transgender community and shit. Like they actually want him dead. Like.
Why?
He makes like a lot of transgender jokes and stuff, but he makes jokes about everything, like, and then every
True.
situation. But yeah, he just says like, just
But it's not like it's never like jokes like at them, if that makes sense. Because it's like when someone's like, oh, they make transgender jokes, you immediately assume they're like fucking like rap battle punchlines that are meant to like insult based on that, as they're not. It's like, I don't know, or is
I feel like the death threats are worse.
We don't know.
jokes.
We don't know the kind of like backlash that his jokes have had. All it takes is like some people to maybe like say the same joke from that, or like experience it in a certain way, and then someone's had a really hard time because of that.
Also, if you're going to go and watch a comedy, don't take it seriously. Do you know what I mean?
well, it's some people that have not necessarily gone there to watch it, but they might have had the joke from it. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, that seems to be where it goes wrong. Where there's people who are not.
You do also
like-
get it on the other end where people will misquote the joke,
Mm.
put it out on paper.
as well,
or
yeah.
This is one I saw because it popped up on like, you know when you open your internet browser and it's got like the news stories. There was one where it like had a picture of Jay Patel and then the quote where it was like there was a bit, you know, where he was like what he was talking about J.K. Rowling and what she said,
Right,
and it was literally J.K. Rowling's quote, but they'd put her quote as though it was like what he said,
Yeah,
Oh.
which even though he did say it, but he wasn't saying it like
yeah.
Like, that's
but that's
she
what
said.
I'm saying. It's like that's what she said. No, it was like that is like
German,
yeah. Because when I heard it in the special, I was like, wait a minute, that's not. That seems unfair. But yeah, it's,
Like a twist, actually.
you say it was a good twist.
Yeah. Oh,
They
I
like
would say
to twist it. They like the media.
everyone just go watch it and then make your own opinion.
True. But I did notice as well. You know the end credits where it's like a bunch of pictures of him at shows and stuff.
I didn't watch it.
You said you watched the special.
Not the end credits. I didn't watch the end credits.
Oh, you're one of
As soon as
those
it was
people,
out, I
are
was
you?
like,
Well, you got
okay.
to sit through it.
Yeah, right. Didn't watch the end credits.
No. No. I think I might have, to be honest. No. Those people worked hard on it, Jordan. You should have been paying attention.
It was through every one of those pages.
Yeah. Gave them a follow on Instagram as I went through. I found out I couldn't find some because they were using their cafe names. But no, like some of the pictures, some of them were just like him with his buddies after shows and stuff, and there was like pictures in with Kanye and stuff. But then he was showing like images from like BLM protests that I don't know whether were his images or someone else's and stuff. But then some of them were from like some of them had like the trans Black Lives Matter ones and stuff like front and center, and then some of them were like trans Lives Matter stuff as well. So he clearly doesn't like hate them. Like you know what I mean? He's putting that at the end.
He's an advocate for equality. You know what I mean? Like he's not
Yeah.
a dickhead, but he just makes really tasteful jokes sometimes.
So does everyone.
Yeah, but he makes those jokes about.
Like that CAT scan joke. Oh my god. The CAT scan joke.
Oh,
Very
yeah,
good, man.
that's right. You just don't find it funny.
God. I did like right at the end though. He did put for Norm at the end, and I was like, mad respect for that.
Who's no?
Norm Macdonald, the comedian who died like 3 weeks ago now. He is. Yeah. Time check. I don't get to do it often because I don't own a watch, so I like to.
Pretend.
Yeah, you know,
Imagine a watch.
makes me feel like a businessman when I do it.
But,
Oh, yeah. But no. Yeah, Norm Macdonald is like god tier, but he died recently. But it was kind of,
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
bro, he's like one of those ones like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of like a music example. You know when people talk about like MF Doom and they're like, your favourite rapper's favourite rapper?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like that sort of thing where he's like, just like,
Favourite comedian's favourite comedian.
yeah, you go. No, your favourite rapper's favourite comedian is what I was going for, but you know, it works. But like, But like, but yeah, he did all sorts of stuff. He was on like SNL Weekend Update, but he got fired for making too many O.J. Simpson jokes and stuff. But he was one of those ones who just stuck to it, but it was almost like wrote the line of like you're shooting yourself in the foot in terms of your career, but everyone wants you. But so actually, I feel bad because you were complaining about Brogan's dad jokes, and just if Brogan goes and watches, like he's one of those ones you watch one and then you're like, oh, it's 3 hours later because you've just gone the rabbit hole. Brogan's gonna have material forever, and all the jokes are like 7 minutes long. Just zero payoff.
Really love the dad jokes. Not so secret anymore. They're alright.
Thanks, Jordan. Thanks, guy.
Good.
Thanks, guy.
Alright, so we've covered food, art, left-handedness, comedy. Is there any other... Pardon?
Poison.
Oh yeah, poison duck, cafes. I don't know.
God, you ever had God?
Oh yeah, true. We're hitting all the major points. What other curriculum subjects haven't we done? Right. Any opinions on maths? Oh yeah, geography. No, we talked about NN.
We talked about NN. That's
Yeah.
That's
The main
that's
point.
the furthest
Anything outside NN's a lie.
Yeah. God. Maybe it is. Maybe that's the Matrix.
What, that you can never leave?
Yeah.
Have you seen the
You get
trailer
to-
for the new film?
Seen some of it. No, when you get a YouTube ad.
Yeah.
Just-
I've only seen the one. That's
Yeah.
in the cinema.
Does it look good? I mean, it looked good, but I'm like too lazy to watch the full trailer.
Yeah, to be
Yeah.
honest, I've not actually seen all the Matrix films.
I haven't. I've seen like half of the first one, so.
Yeah. I've just had them sort of running in the background and never actually committed to watching
Yeah,
it.
it's a real Seinfeld situation, you know.
They're so
The
basic.
Matrix is so
Seinfeld.
does not make any sense.
Yeah.
You're 100% supposed to pay attention to the Matrix.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh right.
I was always a
You
bit
can
too.
definitely not go to the toilet and know the Matrix.
No, I was always too high every time I tried to watch them, and I was just like,
I feel like it's one of those movies where it's like everyone knew about it, so you kind of learnt about it through other people. So I
Yeah.
feel like I don't need
Yeah.
to watch it.
Yeah, you're allowed. It's one of those films you're allowed to quote it even if you've not seen it.
Yeah.
I think that's the rule.
Because you already you get the gist. It's like Back to the Future. It's in the title. Like, you figure it out from there.
Because
Hmm?
why would they go back to the future? Because actually first they went to the past and then they went back
To the future.
which is actually their present.
Mm.
And then they went into the future, which meant that they have to go back to the back to the past, which is their present.
See,
Yeah.
now you don't have to watch it.
Yeah, perfect. But like Brogan says, I need to watch Back to the Future too, because it was actually Back to the Past and not Back to the Future. So you can skip the first movie and start on the sequels, and that's the real way to watch the. How many are there? 3?
Is that
Trilogy? Yeah.
Yeah. Back to the future. One, two, three.
Yeah. Then they gave up after that, I imagine.
There's one with a train.
Yeah, that's the third one
Yeah.
in the Wild West.
Yeah. That's when they go to the past. Present past.
Hard. Yeah. I'm worried about The Matrix though, because it's like Keanu Reeves is good, but also Keanu Reeves reboots. Like speaking of time travel, did anyone watch the new Bill and Ted?
no.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
There's an old bit of Ted.
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
Wait, you've not seen Bill and Ted?
Oh,
No.
get out.
What?
It's Bill and Ted.
Have you seen like Wayne's World?
No.
Yeah.
We gotta find Jordan, the one that Jordan will know. Oh, no. It's like, just you know, they just went for a period where they made movies where it was like 2 stoner guys,
Yeah.
and that's the film.
Wait, describe Wayne's World.
Like Wayne's World, it's they have the like cable TV show, and they're like in a band. It was like an SNL sketch.
Never seen it.
Have you not seen Wayne's?
Have you seen How High?
That's a great film.
I haven't seen. I've heard of it though.
Oh,
Yeah.
You should watch it.
2 stoner guys go to Harvard.
Yeah. There you go. Perfect.
I'll watch Wayne's World and you watch How High.
Yeah, we'll swap them over. Perfect. Because it is the best genre of films. I've got like.
Pineapple Express.
True, that's one. Dude, where's my car?
Haven't seen that one.
for I've got the DVD. I got it at CEX for 10p. I was like, yes, yeah, because it's like the lowest rated movie. It's like 1.5 stars on everything.
Oh, wow.
But it's honestly like it's one of the
It's good.
yeah, and you can watch it. I've probably watched it at least 10 times. To be honest. But I did at one point. I had a list for like movie marathons I did, and like the stoner duo, like because I thought there was only a couple, and it turns out it's a whole genre, dude. It's like
That's
there's
a week-long marathon.
yeah,
Just gotta get
How high is
high.
on the list?
hell yeah. How high? Can't remember the others. It's a very old list. Misplaced it at some point. I'll bring it back.
Yeah, you need to get high and do that marathon.
Man.
Smoke a joint every time they smoke a joint.
Okay.
A whole joint?
Oh no,
Like a
a
fresh
couple of
joint?
puffs or whatever. Do you know what I
No.
mean? Like you just not smoke when they smoke.
Oh, it's like a. Well, it's not a
Not
drinking
like
game.
those.
It's a smoking game. Is that a thing?
Smoking game.
Yeah. Like you have drinking games.
Yeah,
Sorry?
that's
Yeah,
it's-
Bob Marley jamming.
Yeah.
Great smoking game.
That's a song.
We're jamming, jamming, jamming. Every time he says jam or jamming, you take a ball.
Oh, okay.
So when he
Damn.
goes, we're jamming, we're jamming, we're jamming.
Fucking hell.
Oh, fair enough.
Bad man game.
I'm learning something new. Put 3 artists in. I've learned nothing about art, but a lot about unexpected stuff.
Yeah, lives outside of art.
Well, yeah, sure.
Sleep and
How
work.
do you
Beanies.
know the living?
Yeah.
Art intimidates life, I suppose. So,
There you go.
yeah. To be honest, it's more than I learn on most of these podcasts. So, thank you. This has been the most educational one, but so far, episode 24. We got anything else we want to cover? I feel like we've. This is something that's really.
Did you want to ask anything?
I never ask questions on this. It's just bullshit. It was like I did actually because I was like when I was like half falling asleep. I'm like, do I just write down questions for this one? Do I break my own rule of just making it off the top? Because I was like, am I going to be able to keep up? I felt like I was gonna.
And here you are,
Oh.
an hour and how many minutes later?
23?
32.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't?
I know. It just felt like it. It kind of scares me when I look back at the old episodes because I think that the first one we did was like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And then me and Felix did like a 4-hour one,
Wow.
and it felt like nothing.
Yeah.
Were we drinking during that one though? I've noticed.
My one.
Yeah,
I thought you were Magnum, yeah.
yeah. That's why. The alcohol seems
Changed
to.
my life. It's changed my life since I tried Magnum.
Drink.
It's like alcoholic cream soda.
Oh, amazing.
Yes.
What?
Change your
You
life.
never had a Magnum?
Alcoholic cream soda.
Bruh.
Get some on the way up.
They're amazing. But yeah, those podcasts. Now I don't know. I think I thought when I started the podcast, I was like, I have a lot to say. And then after I must have got it all out, and now I'm out of. I'm run dry on ideas. And now they all sit around like hour and a half ish.
That's fine,
Yeah.
As long as you're having fun.
There's plenty to unpick in there.
True. Exactly. We
After
studied
all,
for
like, not to
years.
go for the off-brand noodles.
True, actually.
Poison duck.
Poison duck.
Poison duck. Oh.
There's an art piece in there somewhere. Poison duck.
Oh yeah. What was the next painting? Oh.
Dead dog.
Yeah.
Okay, poison duck. No one here.
Oh,
Yeah, that all
man.
looks like it needs a bit of paint.
Yeah, it does. We've kept it. Because I spoke to Jordan about this like ages ago, and then we're still waiting on. I've realised that we're on air, like grants and stuff from various things. But yeah, we've kept it as clear as we can for stuff. But we'll get it in at some point if you wanna make it look sick. Because that's like the one bare wall that's not meant to be bare. That one needs to be blank.
Yeah, that needs to be like perfect.
But yeah, and then that one is well. And then when that looks cool, then I'm probably going to move the GoPro to face the other way because it will look sick in the background, as opposed to at the moment where they just see. I don't know. We need to put like the Photomafia like stuff on it, but apart from that, go wild. I don't know. If you have any.
How have you found it since you've been in the studio? Is it like, do you feel like your workflow is different since you've been here?
A little bit. It's weird because I'm not like now I work sitting up instead of like lying in bed on a laptop.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. Once we got the Wi-Fi, that was the biggest change. Because I was coming here and being like, I want to use the studio, so I'd be like editing images, like sat on the floor, because we did just an empty room, and then being like, okay, these images are ready to send off, but I need to go home to use the Wi-Fi, so I'd go home and like send them off. And then when I could do everything here, and then going home was actually like going home, not that terrible oxymoron of homework, but yeah, it's so good. I think now we've got the fridge and stuff, that's going to be good as well, because we won't have to like leave for an hour towards town and get food and stuff.
This is a really nice little drinks and snacks area.
It is really good. It used to just be on that table. Yeah, full of, I know.
Biscuits
Fiji.
in a jar.
Oh yeah, biscuits in a jar.
Oh yeah,
On a
dude.
tree.
Yeah.
This is all high-end stuff.
It's all up. Yeah. Plants. Got one plant. One's hanging in there.
That's that one.
Need a Tyson machine in it.
Yeah.
Oh, good shout actually.
Brogan would like that, I'm sure. I think microwave's the next one that we need. But yeah, that's gonna be good. And then the rest is just like filling it up with shit, basically. Filling in the Polaroid wall. That is my goal. So I managed to get one line done, but I want it to look less. It looked, when it was just like four of us, it looked real sad. Now it's no, there's a bit of weight to it.
That will be full soon.
Yeah, that's the goal. We need to get you guys up there. That's the next.
Can we
Next one.
can we get on this wall?
Yeah, of course. That was the whole reason I invited you round.
Yeah,
yeah.
gotta be on the wall.
Enjoying the.
SOS on the wall.
It's like an outro song. Yeah, it's still going.
Yeah, we prepared a jingle.
Yeah.
We had prepared.
It's a perfect place to end it.